Hey yo, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the stream, welcome back to the podcast, whatever you're doing, how you listening, however I put it up, how have you found me, baby? Welcome back to EFIT, Let's Talk, another episode where, man, we got some stuff to talk about. First though, let's talk about an update. Last week, man, we talked about what? We talked about the hood, we talked about the vest, we talked about the summertime line, just doing those kind of things. So we're still creating those. Like I said, got a pattern. My pattern is pretty much finalized. I have a small tweak here and there that I want to do because I would like to maybe add a little fleur to it. I'd like to add a little tapered hood. So maybe that'll just be an alternate. So maybe I'll have the original that I have, and then I'll have an alt as well. So like I said last time, I might have it might end up being that there's like 3 or 4 actual full versions of it, and then like multiple duplicates of the 3 or 4. So it won't be like that there's one hood, one style. It'll be maybe total 2 or 3 hoods, 3 styles. And then same thing with the vest. I think the vest will probably get nailed down to 2 styles, maybe 2 sizes. Same thing, because like my style that I have, I really like. I may come up with like a single shoulder with a swoop version instead, something a little more triangular, and then the pocket can be a little more angled in that way. So there could be a little bit of that. We'll see. Still working on it. Again, patterns over there, so we just got to cut a like concept one and see how it actually fits and works on the body, and if I like it, right? If I don't, then we stick with the one that we got. Other than that though, we're gonna move on to the meat and bones. The meat and the bones. Baby, the meat and bones this week is the 33. Bow. 33. What's the 33? 33 is, when you type out back in the day on your phone. You used to have to, punch in, what was it? 2, 3 times for C. D would be 1 on the 3, so it'd be like 333 C, do, right? So the number code for shameful, I've got it written down. It's also printed on a lot of my clothing, but the number code 33 is both E and F. It's the number. Look at your phone right now, even when you pull up your number pad, EF is on 3, right? So EF 33. Middle of my thing, EF already goes on things. 33 now goes on things. Shameful goes on things. We got our 3 things so far. As far as like logos, designs, stuff like that, we usually have a 4th, which is the heart. We may do more of the heart soon. I could also switch it up, but like for now, like those are my big 4. 3 of which we use all the time. The heart is more of like patches and whatever. Like I said, comes up more in other things for other reasons, like the embroidery stuff, right? So the 33, inception wise, like I said, is text messages and old school texting, stuff like that. I really wanted something that would not be the word shameful, but you could still have it on you, things like that. So I came up with that. I really like it. I think it'll really work. The 33 as well, I also really like. I'm about to be 33 by the end of this year. Right now I'm 32. So I think it'll be a good, almost like look forward to the future, almost like manifestation, destiny kind of situation where, like by the time I am 33, like this will be done, the line will be completed, we can, really push it. I can even market it in that kind of sense of, I am 33, this is the year 33, maybe we do something like along those kind of lines. So it just like really kind of becomes the right moment for this. Like obviously if you look at my Instagram, I've had this, my profile picture has been the number code ski mask for a few, I think a few years now, which I do want to change at some point. But yeah, it was like kind of easy for me to come up with in that sense. And so now at this point, the 33, I need to do more than just have like the stencil, right? So this time for the 33, I kind of came up with multiple different ideas, multiple different designs for the 33. I have one where obviously I just like looked up a font that I really liked. It just worked, it fit. And then I digitized it. I put it through my cutting program, the Cricut, and actually bought a 2 or 3 millimeter stencil sheet, because it's like a thick piece of plastic basically. And I had my Cricut actually cut through this thing so I could create myself my own stencil of that font 33. And I have now put that on a few things. I think I have 2 shirts, and I'm about to have 2 pairs of pants that are about to have an all over print of 33, few different colors. That's like currently, I'm about to try to make a few more as well, but I have 4 that are right there. Eventually, soon, I'll be taking pictures of those, so make sure you're checking out both Instagram, TikTok, and shamefulLCA.com, so that you can, check them out, preview them, and then on the shop, buy them. Make sure you're telling your friends, telling your fams, stuff like that. Because again, I put a lot of work into these ones. I actually really like these. I come up with obviously more 33s as well. Like that's not the only 33. I actually hand drawn my own 33. If I get a moment, again, I keep saying this, and I keep either not having the B-roll, or I keep not having the time to edit and put the B-roll into the video. It could be a separate video that you might see later where I hand draw a 33 that I really liked. It's pretty drippy, it's kind of messy, it's kind of, whatever. Then I re-outline it so that it's black. I'll take a picture of it, then I digitize it. Once it's digitized, I can then vectorize it. Well, technically same thing. Once it's in the computer, I can vectorize it. Once it's vectorized, I could export that for either the cutting or the embroidery. I would just then need to do both of those, digitize for the embroidery, or create a cutting file for the Cricut, and then making stencils. Hold on, brain. Stencil, stickers, embroideries, appliques, and more. I could just pump all of those out for the drippy messy 33 that I've created. Again, we're gonna have a few of these 33s as well. Like I don't want there to be one 33 and that be the one. Like I do want there to maybe be something that maybe stands out as the one eventually, and like that I will naturally gravitate towards that one. Sales, you guys, comments, you guys might drive me into, and hopefully that is the case, into the one that you guys are like, oh, that's the one. Because I do have like at least 2 designs now that I'm actually going to be printing and going with. It's current, stuff like that. Because like I said, they are hand drawn. They are like, it's not just a concept and a design process from, oh, I have a shirt and I'm gonna print it, right? So like a lot of them are, I make the shirt, or I upcycle the shirt and now need something on the shirt that looks nice, and I'm now designing what I want on it from scratch, creating the way to put it onto the shirt, then putting it onto the shirt, finalizing these designs. So yeah, everything takes a little bit of time. I don't have any real form of like a manufacturing process. I would like to have small things manufactured for me a little bit, like I don't want to go too crazy, but I think you can, yeah, you can see my pants. Like your pants buttons, the ones that are here on your actual pants, maybe your zipper like tag piece, the little pieces that go in your pocket here and here. If I can remember the names of them, the pocket pieces, I want to get custom. Your button, your pants fly button, and maybe your zipper. These things I would really, really like to have like more customized and manufactured outside of here. But in a lot of ways, I can do most of my manufacturing here, and I don't want to go through manufacturing processes as much as I can. Instead, I would rather have a collaborative process and employ other people that are local, that are semi-local, that I am just, like, I just want us to have fun and I want us to like build together. I don't really want to give Walmart and them more money. Like, they got enough money. Like, let's have these people, let's have us, the people, do something for us for once. Let's drop all them people off. You know what I mean? As many people as we can, as much as we can, let's drop them off. I even like with that, like I wanted to actually just like kind of like touch on like that idea in general of like we'll call it the next section, even like bow next section, hey, I just wanted to talk about a little bit of manufacturing in general. How I don't really like the process of manufacturing, that it's a lot of waste, and that like you have things, I think I've said it in another video before, where you go into like a Macy's, you go into a Target, you go into certain stores. I think like JCPenney and Macy's are probably the biggest, most egregious like ones for this, and I think Sears was another wicked big one for this, where you would go in and it would be winter or the winter season, and you walk into an entire, not just like one rack, but it might be the four stack rack like this, and there might be three of them next to each other, and they're the same jacket, same color. And then if you were to actually think about it more than the quick second of you walking by and go, wow, they have a lot of this jacket, and thought about how many jackets were on those racks, those might be 25 or 30 just in your one store. Now you're thinking JCPenney has how many stores? So you're talking minimum, give them the 30 that are on the show floor, multiplying that by how many stores they have, just of that one color, of that one product. And then you look around and you go, well, that one product though comes in 5 colors. And that's what this entire section is this one jacket in burgundy, yellow, green, and blue. There's hundreds of jackets of this one jacket in this Sears right now, different colors, and then you spread that out amongst all of these places, and it really kind of dawns on you a little bit that's like, this is where waste comes from. Like, waste isn't coming from me and you being upset that my shirt has a hole in it, or I don't know, it doesn't kind of fit right, and I just got to get rid of it. Man, I got to give it to Savers. Like, they want to shame you, and they want to make you feel like you're a bad person because you have too much clothes, or you shop too much, or what do they call it? You have retail therapy problems and stuff like that. Like, in some people and in some aspects, absolutely, I might argue you might have that. There might be an aspect of the retail therapy, the shopping, and the blah 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 that could be for sure a problem. But when you're talking global scale, you don't impact the global scale, dude. Not even an iota. Like, who impacts the global scale is them. Like, they are pumping out so much product. They're pumping it out all around the world. They're pumping it out for the cheap, and they're undercutting everybody that can even make something. And on top of it, they'll do some crazy stuff. We'll find something on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, something that's gaining just a little bit of traction that people are really like starting to mess with. The heat is really starting to go for, and they will make it on the cheap. They'll make it fly, and it'll be on Temu that week. So like that's why sometimes I gotta like be a little more careful about how I speak or what I put out there and how I put out the process, even though I do have all of these videos where I talk about what it is, what my process is, what I'm making, Like you just got to be a little careful about what you're saying, who you're saying it to, because somebody could just like slide in, steal your whole idea, right? So that's why I even say that. And like I take Converse also is like a really good fuck, my brain's not working again. Take Converse as a really good cautionary tale. I take Converse as a really good cautionary tale because they were somebody who like they took their shoe, they made it for as many years as they did, and they just didn't like whether it was, I can't remember if it was patent or copyright or trademark. I'll look it up, Jesus Christ, and I'll put it here. But they didn't do the right things when they started for their business, and then after years, after popularity was already popping, after all of that, people were able to make such knockoffs of their shoes and bite on their image and bite on their iconography and bite on, you know, the canvas shoe with the rubber sole, and they were able to just bite on all of it, all because like the right steps weren't taken, and maybe certain info was kind of put out there and the public, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things that like want to do the right things, want to take the right steps, want to move cautiously, want to move correctly, and I also want to be aware that the manufacturing process is trash and crooked. I don't want to be a part of it as best I can. I just want to kind of dip my toe in for things that like I really can't do. Maybe though, if there is one of you guys that makes custom buttons, that makes custom whatever these things are, for your pants and stuff, like, yo, maybe you hit the line. Like I said, it's a collaborative effort. I'm trying to do some cool stuff. Like we could do something easy peasy, lemon squeezy, but you never really know until you know somebody hits your line. But again, let's move on to the next topic, where I wanted to talk about some of my inspirations and my thought map of the week. My thought map of the week. Mentally has been, again, quite good. As far as like mental health, it's been okay. Kind of talking to some new people. I've made a little bit of networking possibilities. I've met like 2 or 3 people who, you know, oh, when you got this all set up, or when you're doing this, you know, hit me with a business card. You know, I'll make sure when I go to this event or that event, I'll throw out my business card, or I'll do this or that. So it's been a little nice of this cool little thing where we're on an uptick, we're feeling good. You know, people are starting to be aware in different aspects. Also, people are being aware maybe in person. They're realizing that this is a little less of a hobby. This is like what I'm doing for real. So, you know, maybe I'll get a few more people to hit the line. I'll get more collaborative, blah, 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 blah. Baby, the journey continues. I don't know if you're here, but if you're here, then what's good, baby? Hit the line so I can know you're here. Right now, I ain't having nobody hit the line, so I see that you viewing. I see you viewing. Right there, you, and you. And you know what I mean? That one over there's got 10. That one over there got 5. It ain't even crazy, but like on TikTok and shit, you know what I mean? I might hit like $1,000. You know what I mean? So like I see the eyes on it. So I appreciate you, everybody who watching. I appreciate everybody who's not watching. You know what I mean? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell your boy, tell your mama, tell your auntie, tell your dog shit. Have them watch on another screen. I don't care. Yeah, I'll make something for him too. He want a gold tooth and a vest? Shit, wow, it'd be crazy if I had it. Facts. But yeah, I should like honestly. Let's just like say the center, the beginning of the of the thought map, everything's going good. You know, like I said, people are gaining traction. However they're gonna gain their traction, they're finding me. However they're gonna find me, and I just gotta keep that ball rolling. I gotta keep it moving, baby. Gotta keep these uploads going. Gotta keep the videos going, the posts going. You know, as far as the inspiration side of it, you know what I mean. Like obviously the 33. Bro, there's a fly right here flying around, pissing me off. Like, stop with the ADD shit. As far as the inspiration in as far as the inspiration in the thought maps, Jesus, everybody has all over print. It's kind of the same thing I was saying. The last thing in the vest category, in the hood category, where like people have been doing vests. I'm just throwing my own little thing in there. Everybody really has an all over print, from, you know, Michael Kors to Champs to Louis Vuitton to Coach. They, you know what I mean? And like the EF doesn't really lend itself really well all the time to an all over print. I have tried to come up with a few different designs for the all over print. Haven't quite really liked them. So ergo, I think I'm gonna kind of just try to not worry about the EF necessarily, about being in an all over print. I might tackle that at another time. Instead, I just did a 33 all over print, which is a lot more random, a lot more on me, with the stencil that I was talking about a little earlier. Again, I have it in different colors, so we'll have different shirts, different colors, and then I would like to have possibly a few duplicates. They may not be on the same color shirt. It might be like green 33s on a gray shirt and on a white shirt. And then you can then order more of any of the colors. I'll have more shirts. Certain ones maybe will be a little harder because they will still be basically a 1-in-1. You might have like a bleach dye or a tie dye, still with some 3D, Jesus Christ, with some 33 prints like embedded in it. So there still may be like a uniqueness within them. They're not might not be exact copies, but that's also why I decided to do the 33s more like randomly, instead of it having to be, you know, at 1-inch grid intervals or something like that. Again, just part of the design process and making sure that everything flows and looks natural and looks correct for each individual piece, not having something that is just like, okay, cool, slap, 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 slap. I think like before we go, I had introduced last week a new segment. I'm going to continue the new segment, which is the advice of the week. And ring a ding ding, I got my book here. I've leaned forward a few times because like I said, I got some notes, but my advice of the week, I did write it down again earlier in the week. Oh, excuse me. It's I'm getting tired. It is you know, almost like 1:45, it looks like, in the morning while I'm doing this, so bear with me. But yeah, my advice of the week this week is not everyone can see what you see. It's a little bit of a riddle. I'm not gonna lie. So come with me on this journey as well. Not everyone sees what you see. Nothing is true. So what do you see? And what do I mean by that? I want you to marinate on it. I want you to think a little bit about it. I want you to hit me in the comments what you think. Again, not everybody sees what you see, but nothing's true. So what do you see? With that, I'm going to sign out. We're going to move on to the next one. Not just the next video, but, you know what I mean, the next and everything. I got so much to do. If you're watching also some of the workflow videos, then maybe you know some more, you know what I mean? But boy, we got things coming. Workflow, life stuff, daily vids, TikTok, IG, Shameful LCA,
Abstraction, playground, children, life. Man, I hope you're keeping up. I'm keeping up. Like, I hope you're keeping up. But if you're liking what's going on, you're following the journey, you want a friend, you want a homie, you want to collaborate, like, comment, subscribe, follow me here, hang out on the journey with me. Make sure you also check out the site, shamefulLCA.com. Scan the QR code. Boy, I'm gonna see you in the next one. Unless I see you in person because you hit me up and you wanted collaboration. I don't know. That's up to you though. I guess technically 50-50. It's up to both of us, motherfucker. But like, yeah, I mean, like, it's up to you. It's up to you. So first, like, comment, subscribe, and all that. Oh, by the way, shout out Bodega Cat. Nelly's Bodega at the Kilburn Mills. New Bedford, Mass. Kilburn Mills. Nelly's Bodega. K&J Designs. The whole thing. Shout him out. He's the one doing the screen printing with me. The one teaching me the screen printing. He's doing all the screen printing with me. If I haven't told you before, this is who it is. This is why I'm doing it. Why. Shout you out, man. Shout you out. We on the next one.